I have an optic glioma brain tumor, and I got it around 4 years old. At such a young age, I didn't know what I had. My mom and dad would say, "Oh, we're going to the hospital." It's just a little boo-boo in your head. My mom and my sister were crying their eyes out because when your kid's having a seizure, you don't know what's happening, really. It's so scary because it's just happening. You don't know how to react. And my dad just got home from work, so she called the ambulance, and my dad raced down the hill and got in the ambulance to go to the hospital.
At the time, I was like, I'm not ready to lose my son. He did chemo for about 14 months, and the tumor shrank considerably, and that was like 11 years ago.
I mean, first of all, when he had the seizure, that was shocking in itself. He just started shaking, and he wasn't speaking. He was just laying there, and then it was gibberish for like an hour. He was just going la 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 la. So it was just like, what's happening? We heard about the Children's Brain Tumor Foundation from Sloan Kettering, and I remember right around the time Alex started treatment, we got a box in the mail, and it had a letter and a teddy bear, and he named the teddy bear Nupa, and he carried it everywhere with him.
When I was younger, I remember getting the box kinda, and getting that bear, and just like bringing it wherever I go when I was going through treatment. And then I also remember when I was younger going to the circus that they do, and they still do it every year. And I loved like going to the circus, especially when I was 5, 6.
We were able to see that, you know, it was good to talk to somebody, right? That
Right, like us.
Yeah,
now
empathetic with our struggles.
Like our son. Well, CBTF has provided information, support. I don't know what we would do without them. They have been so helpful in helping Alex to feel like he's part of a group of people, like a special group. And we're also a part of that group now with the other families. We went to a conference in Philadelphia, and that was one of the first times I got to hear other moms talk about the struggles that I've gone through with Alex and his situation. I saw them having the same thing, and I finally found somebody who was going through that.
My experience at Camp Make Dream has been like phenomenally perfect. When I first came back from the first year at camp, I think it was not this past years, but the year before, that like changed me because I never really thought that people would understand me, would be just like me and go through the same problems every day. And I was nervous of going there, and I thought it was just a camp with like a big giant building and just like dorms. I didn't know it was like a camp, like beautiful Montana, and like a zip line and a big mountain and all these buildings with all these like technology.
Between the first and second retreat, one of the fathers lost his son. Something we all fear is losing our child, and because tragically he had to go through this, he taught us so much by we've seen his strength and his faith that he used to go through this, and it was definitely important that no matter what to keep that bond going, because we're all, you know, it could drive us on the verge of insanity.
So I really got close to my dad, understanding the tough times he goes through, and he understands the tough times that I go through. The one thing I would share with someone newly diagnosed is stay strong, because I know a lot of people don't have brain tumors, and I know it's not the ordinary thing to have, but it's gonna be hard. There's gonna come a lot of struggles when you go through your adventure with this life. Sometimes you might not want it, sometimes you might be very negative, but what happens at the end of the road, what happens at the end of the day, that you stay strong in yourself and always ask for help. Just keep asking for help, because if you don't ask for help, we're not gonna know what you need. And there's always people out there for you. There's always that one match for you that can just be like right eye to eye, telling you exactly what to do.